Alrighty, we should be live right now. Yay, streaming live to the High Ticket Health Coach Facebook group. Welcome everybody as you're filing in here. How's everybody doing today? Leave a comment, say hello, let us know how your day is going. Let us know how beautiful your day has been. Welcome to this live. This is such a special live to kick off really our first live of 2021. And so I'm so excited that I get to be joined with my beautiful client, Crystal. She's such an amazing guest, and you guys are really going to love hearing from her today. So everybody say hey to Crystal in the comments as you're joining. Welcome her to this live and thank her for joining us today. She's going to be sharing with you all and generously giving to you today. So everybody go into the comments and say hello to Crystal and welcome. Let us know if you can hear us. Let us know how you are doing. Alrighty, and if you are brand new to this community, and you haven't been on a live before, you don't know me, my name is Valerie 𝗷𝗏, and we have built an online coaching program called the Online Coach Intensive. We call it OCI over here, and we are consistently pulling in 100K revenue months all on the line with the systems that we teach inside OCI. And I get to work with amazing coaches like Crystal and watch her business grow, right? And share wins and share breakthroughs all together inside the community. It's so much fun. And it's fun to be on that same path, and everybody is working towards those same goals and visions together, growing their coaching practice, finding committed clients, charging what you're worth, impacting lives. So everybody say hello to Crystal. Without further ado, Crystal, share with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about, how you decided to become a coach and a little bit about your background. Yes. And I think so many coaches can relate to that, where they understand that they want to be a life coach. They understand that they want to pursue coaching as their passion. They have that moment in their life, but they struggle with getting the business part of it up and running. That's a totally different ballgame. So share with us a little bit about, your experience before you came to Online Coach Intensive. Share with us. Can everybody see Crystal and hear Crystal? Someone said, I can't hear Crystal on my end. Let us know if you can hear Crystal.
Oh.
Can't hear Crystal, only you, Valerie. Let me see if your microphone,
Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? I'm talking.
Everybody go into the chat. Everybody go into the comments and say, if I can hear Crystal, I can see Crystal. She's the star of the show. Nope. Well, you guys don't want to hear me. You guys want to hear Crystal. Can you guys see her now? Everybody raise their hand if you can see Crystal. Woohoo! Everyone's saying yes. Woo! Okay, I'm so glad. Thank you so much to whoever, I can't see your name, whoever commented that you couldn't see her. Thank you so much.
But can you hear me?
They're saying they can hear you and see you.
Oh, good. Hi.
You guys. Crystal, I'll start from the beginning. Share with us who you are, what you do, and why you decided to become a coach. Because that
was awesome. Hey. Okay, so what I was saying was, my name is Crystal Lynn Bell, and I was saying that I started off as a massage therapist, and I really loved working as a massage therapist, but the problem was that I wasn't really helping people with their problems. I was helping them feel better in the moment, but they kept coming back with the same issues. That was the big problem. And so I had my own business. I had a wellness center, and I had a bunch of people working for me. And so I was very successful as a massage therapist, but I really wanted to get more intimate with people. I wanted to get into their problems. So I became a life coach. I became a spiritual life coach. And I found that to be very, very satisfying, you know, working with people and listening to their issues and, you know, being a leader for people. But I was also saying that I was really struggling with, you know, getting the clients. I couldn't support myself. I was broke. I was doing it for years, and I was working so hard creating tons of content. Like, Valerie, I did a blog post every week. I did videos every week. I have over 300 videos on my YouTube channel, okay? I was working, all right? And I still wasn't gaining clients. And it was very difficult to go on, right? I mean, because I wasn't able to take care of myself, and that's really hard.
Yes, absolutely. And I think so many coaches can relate to that because they have that moment in their life, just like you shared, where you decided to become a coach for a reason. Yeah. But then being a coach and learning how to get clients and run a business, it's like a totally different ball game. And it wasn't for lack of effort either.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I remember, you know, I'd have to make a video, and I'd have to be upbeat, you know, because, you know, I'm on one hand, I want to be authentic, and my spirit was really feeling good about my business, but it did not feel good to know that I wasn't able to bring in more than, you know, $2,000 a month. Sometimes I had no money coming in, you know, I'd go for months at a time without a single client. And I might have, you know, one or two clients that were working with me for an extended amount of time, but that wasn't enough to survive, you know, let alone thrive. It was barely enough to barely make the rent. I had a lot of credit card debt. You know, I ended up with $40,000 in credit card debt because, you know, I'm not really employable because I had this business that I was working on, and I was struggling. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's the thing. That is the story where everybody starts in the beginning, you know, without any guidance or without a mentor. It's like you're just showing up. You're just playing all out. I mean, 300 videos on YouTube, that isn't for lack of effort there.
Exactly. And the same with my blogs. Okay, my blog is full of like 300 blog articles. Okay, I was doing free guides. I would write these guides out every month, and thinking that I was going to generate clients by giving all this stuff away, you know, highly valuable things. I'd get a lot of, "Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much for this free guide." I'd be like, "Pay me."
Yep. Like, "Thank you for inspiring me today. I'm going to go continue to live my life."
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I got to be, I don't want to say that I was bitter. I was just broken. I was brokenhearted. I could cry about it right now, because when I think about it, I'd be like, you know, and it got to the point where I'd go to put my article out there, or my my booklets, they were ebooks. They were like 20 pages. I would create 3 20-page ebooks every single month for people with questions. And they would go to other coaches to get the help they want. They'd go invest thousands of dollars with other coaches. And I'd be like, oh, you didn't consider me as a coach, even though you were using my tools to help inspire you? What? Yeah, it was really hard.
Yes. Leave a yes in the comments if you can agree, or if you've had an experience like that where you've poured your heart and soul into something to get some kind words, but nobody actually signing up with you. And worst feeling ever, they go to another coach. When you know in your heart and soul you have everything to change their life, you have all of the potential in the world to be that light in someone's life, to make a difference.
Yeah.
So talk to us, Crystal, about, once you found us, stumbling upon OCI, what did that look like for you?
Well, I actually was I was fed up, and I had said, you know what, I am determined to either do this or I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up. And I said, I've got to, because something is not working for me. And in my mind, I knew that there was a system that existed that I was missing, because I knew I was a good coach. The wonderful thing about writing those 60-page reports every month, okay, was that I learned a hell of a lot. And I was extremely well educated. And I noticed that I could hold my own in conversation. And actually, I was more of an authority on the stars in a practical way than other coaches. And it started to occur to me, I'm like, you know what? I'm just missing something. This is not even about me. This is about what I'm doing wrong. It's not that I'm wrong. It's that I'm doing something wrong. And I remember, Valerie, I had said, I had paid off all my credit card debt because I had gotten a PPP loan as a small business owner. And I'm like, you know what? I am taking this money and I'm going to invest it, and I'm going to get the education that I need to change my life. Either it's going to work or it's not. I'm going to throw all of myself into this and take a risk. And if it doesn't work, then I know that this is not for me. I'm down. It's been 10 years, done. Okay. I'm okay to walk away from this. I'll figure out what comes next. And I saw your Facebook ad, and I remember I read like the first 2 lines, and I'm like, she's just saying what I think ought to be done. And I said, let me see what she's about. So I read the ad, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, oh, there's a webinar that's going to start right now. I said, okay, I'm going to do this webinar. It's Kismet. It's starting in 15 minutes. I'm like, yes, this is perfect. And I sat there on that webinar, and I'm, looking at the people populating, other people were watching the webinar with me. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then I said, okay, this information she's giving me makes sense. And I said, I'm in the middle of something. I said, what she's saying makes sense. And, being a spiritual life coach, Valerie, I feel how something makes me feel. So I felt right. It felt like a yes. It was very affirmative, what you were saying. And then you said, okay, well, I want to give you an invitation to come onto a call with me. And I said, you know what? I booked that call the moment you did it. I'm like, I was writing stuff down. I got online. I'm like, I booked that call, and I couldn't get on the call with you like for 3 or 4 days. You didn't have any time available. And I'm like, shit. Sorry, excuse me for cursing on your. But I remember thinking, I've got to wait. So I waited. And then we had the conversation, and you were speaking the truth. You were like, how does it feel to not be making enough money? And I'm like, it fucking sucks. All right. It sucks. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I can't go on like this any longer. And that's when I said yes. And I'm like, whatever. You told me the investment, and I'm like, whatever. Like, this is it. It's a done deal. I know I'm here for a reason. And you were asking me the questions on the call. You're like, yeah, but are you going to do it? If I tell you to do something, are you going to do it? And I thought, if she tells me to do something and I don't do it, then it's my fault that I don't have the success. And I said, she's the one who's doing it. I feel compelled. So if she can do it, she can't give me what she doesn't have. And she's giving it to me right now. I feel it. She has it. So I'm going to take it. And so I said, yes. That was the best, whatever I paid for this program. It was the best money I spent. I ain't even lying. I'm so happy, Valerie. Like,
awesome. Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. I remember that conversation with you. I remember just hearing about all of the things that you had been trying. And I just thought to myself, if she's willing to work that hard and show up and go through what you were explaining to me, exactly how that felt, and she still has that heart in her, and she's willing to keep going, like, there's no way I'm gonna get this girl results. Yes, I remember that moment, because really, truly, that is what it comes down to, right? Because the process works 100% of the time if you do the work.
If you do the work.
Yep.
Outsider, like, seriously, like, it works. I can attest. Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to us about after you joined. What were some of the biggest things that shifted for you, breakthroughs that really made the biggest difference for you? And, I guess, first of all, before you share that, tell everybody how much money you've brought in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah. So, I didn't start working the program for the first couple of weeks because I just had to kind of get ready to do the program. And so I've really focused over the last actually now it's been 6 weeks since I've been focused. And I've brought in $49,000 for my programs. I don't want to say that I was resistant to the programming in the beginning, because I knew that this was what I needed to do. But my learning style is a little bit more hands-on. So I had to live through the things you all said to do. So I had to do them and then do them over and over again. And so it took a little while for me to get started. But at week 3 was when we got into the organic playbook, Valerie, where you're kind of like telling us how to do the work, right? I started doing it, and I started seeing people all of a sudden, like, responding to me, but they were responding outside of that. And I'm like, wait a minute, Valerie changed something in me. And I remember I got onto a call, and in one of your videos, you're like, you have to charge what you're worth. And I said, I need to charge what I'm worth. And so in that moment on that call, I said, you know what? I've always wanted my price to be $252 an hour, right? That's what I want my price to be. I've been doing this for 9 years. I'm going into my 10th year. I'm a master at this. $252. And so I sold my program at that. There are 13 sessions. I told her the pricing comes up to like $3,300. And the woman didn't bat an eye. After talking to her and using what you taught me in the program, I felt like an authority. She received me as an authority. And when I said my authoritative price, she accepted it. And we've been working together ever since. And so since then, I've bumped up my prices, And I've been bringing people in at these prices, and it's been awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How many of you can relate to that, where you're at a point, or you've had a point where you're like, I need to start charging what I'm worth. No more discounts, no more, just giving away free information so they can go sign up with somebody else down the street. How many of you are at that point right now, or you've had a point where you're like, yes, charging what I'm worth? Leave it in the comments if that's you. This is the high ticket health coach group. We charge what we're worth. We charge high ticket in this group. So if any of you don't have a high ticket program, we can talk to you about how to do that and what that would look like. But would you say, Crystal, that was one of the first things that shifted for you, was that moment where you were like, time to charge what I'm worth?
Yeah, absolutely. And, this woman who came to me, my program, so I have a couple of programs that I work and that are active with me. There's my coaching, and then there's my certification, right? And so the first woman who came to me was a $3,300 sale. But then, I've been really focusing on my certification program, which is $10,000. And so I've enrolled 4 people into that program at $10,000 over the last, actually, those have all come within the last 3 weeks. And again, this is all me just following the protocols that you have outlined in the OCI program, step by step, just doing it, sucking it up. Get scared sometimes, like, do I need to do this again? Yes, you need to do this again. Okay, just in case you had doubt, just look back to what you did, what happened last week, right? And just keep on doing it. So yeah, that's how my last few sales have gone.
That is awesome. Everybody congratulate Crystal in the comments for literally bringing in like $40,000 on her last 4 sales. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And super inspiring. What would you say, at this stage in your business, this is just the beginning, really, in terms of getting the ball rolling for you? I mean, what do you think, if you were to try to describe, what is it that you're most looking forward to in your business going forward?
Consistency, stability, feeling successful, being able to repeat it, having a system. And I put this to you, Valerie. I'm like, I need a system that I can repeat regularly, and that was during our first call. I'm like, I need the system. Yep. Because if I can just get some consistency, I know that I can help people. I just need a system to bring them to me. And that's what you've provided. And that's the thing that I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to next month, and my goal right now is not to do $40,000 next month, because I want to put some more of the things that you've taught, because I haven't even gone through all the stuff you've taught.
Yep.
I haven't even started.
I know.
Juicy stuff.
We're just getting started.
Right. This really is just the tip of the iceberg. And I know, because I'm in communication with some of the other students in the program, and they're further along. They're doing, the other things that you're talking about, and they're seeing people coming in as well. And I know that when I get there, it's going to be the floodgates opened,
Yep.
And I'm excited about that. I'm excited, but I'm also getting ready. I'm kind of getting into my boxing stance, like, okay, because, it's going to be great to have all these people, and I'm going to fill up my schedule. I'm going to fill my schedule. This is without a doubt.
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
Awesome. Well, what would you say, Crystal, speaking to, those that are on here, those that are catching the replay of this, what would you say to someone who is in that spot where you were, where they know they are meant to be a coach, and they've been researching and trying, and the business side of it just is not growing, and they've maybe even tried other things and it's just not working, and they're considering joining OCI and getting mentorship? What would you say to them? They're on the fence, they're kind of skeptical, but they know they're meant to be a coach.
Yeah, if you're meant to be a coach, I would definitely go with OCI. what I want to say is I've seen success obviously for myself, okay? And I've also seen success with the other students in the program, with your other clients, okay? I know that this system works, and really, if you have what it takes and you want to be a coach, this system is so doable and so attainable that I 100% recommend it. Give yourself a break, give yourself a great launching pad. You know, if you're a new coach, if you're a new coach or an older coach, you know, you've been doing this a while like I had, it doesn't matter. This system is totally adaptable for you, I believe. And, you know, you have the support. I love how you and Neil, you know, during the live coaching, you bring us in, you look at the issues, you work through the issues with us. You all are awesome on the Facebook group, how you're always supporting. We have questions, we post our stuff. You're right there engaged with us, giving us great feedback. The, you know, Kristen, the extra coach, the other coaches that you have there are all supporting us. I feel very well supported. I have not had a question go unanswered. And I think that if you're thinking about coming into this program, I can't see, the only thing I can say is that they will provide you with a system that works. There's nothing magical about this. There's nothing where you have to be extraordinary. You know, you can be new, you can be a veteran, you can have material or not. It's just about you coming in and receiving and applying everything step by step. That's it.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing with us today, Crystal, sharing your experience. I don't know about you, I always love hearing other coaches' journeys because it's super inspiring to me, no matter where I'm at on my journey. So if you're listening, it doesn't matter where you're at on your journey. If you're just getting started, if you've been at this for a while, it is so important to surround ourselves with the environment of people who are on the same path, striving for the same goals, because entrepreneurship can be a very lonely journey when the people around you don't understand what you're doing.
Right.
So thank you for sharing your story with us today. If you are listening to this live or listening to this replay and you would like to see if OCI can help you where you're at with your business, the business that you have, or the business that you're looking to create, go into the comments and type 49K. 49K, because that is what Crystal did just in the last 6 weeks in this program. So type in the comments 49K. We will chat with you. Someone from my team will reach out to you. We'll just chat with you and see where you're at. See if this is something that would be a fit for you, something that you need that can help get your business going, because we know how frustrating it is. We've heard the stories. We've heard from Crystal. We've heard from all of the other coaches in OCI who have been in that spot before they joined, where they were trying all of the things and researching all the things and just feeling so stuck. So if you want to talk to someone and have someone do an audit on your business idea, where you're at, and like Crystal said, if you're willing to show up and play it all out, if you are not willing to let your limiting beliefs and fear hold you back and stand in the way of you actually growing a business, which is totally possible right now, go into the comments, write 49K, and someone from my team will reach out to you and we'll find out where you're at. We'll do an audit on your business. We'll give you something to walk away with in that conversation. And if we're a fit, we will talk to you about what that would look like to join OCI. So go into the comments, write 49K. Everybody who's on here live, say thank you, Crystal, for sharing your story and inspiring us today. I truly feel inspired myself and pumped up myself. This is what I do this for, is to work with amazing coaches like Crystal, who bless me and bless my life every single day that I get to work with you. Go into the comments, give her a big thank you. If you're even have the slightest pull in your heart or inkling in your heart that maybe this is the fit, but I don't know enough about it, type 49K and we will see. And listen, we will not make an offer to you or even invite you into the program unless it's like 100% yes. Like, I know I can help this woman, right? Like, I felt that pull with Crystal. I knew I could help her. I made her an offer.
There was a moment there, Valerie, where I thought you weren't going to bring me in. I'm like, oh my God, she thinks I'm uncoachable. Oh no.
There are at least half of the people we talk to, we will not make an offer to them. And because that's not an integrity for us to make you an offer if we don't know that we can help you.
Exactly.
Because you're taking that leap of faith to invest in yourself and grow your business. We have to know that we can actually produce those results if you show up and do the work. Yeah. All right, my friends. Thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us. If you're watching the replay, say thank you so we can see that you enjoyed this content and this interview. And I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks.